camera opens with sweeping shots of Pandora's oceans, glowing reefs, and vast aquatic ecosystems. Jake narrates about how life on Pandora is ever-changing, how even peace feels fragile. The Sully family is still healing from past battles, but the scars of war remain. Kiri feels increasingly drawn to Iwa, sensing whispers in the tides. Lo'ak takes on more responsibility as a protector but struggles with leadership. A shadow approaches from the stars. Humans are not finished yet. Massive human ships enter orbit, this time more heavily armed and carrying entire settlements. They're not just here for resources, but to establish permanent cities. General Ardmore, still alive, leads with ruthless determination. Alongside her, a new scientist faction claims they want peaceful coexistence, but their technology digs deeper into Pandora's oceans, threatening the balance. The Na'vi prepare for another wave of conflict. The Sully family remains with the Mekiina, now fully integrated into their way of life. Lo'ak has bonded strongly with Payakan, the Tulkun outcast. Ronald still distrusts Jake but respects Neytiri's warrior spirit. The clans of the reef sense danger as ships pollute their waters. Children train with bows, spears, and underwater riding skills. The ocean whispers of a coming storm, not just human, but spiritual.
Kiri's bond with Iwa grows stranger. She experiences visions beneath the ocean. She hears voices calling her the child of Iwa, chosen to protect balance. Her seizures grow worse, but each time, she sees fragments of a coming disaster. Jake and Neytiri worry, but cannot understand her connection. Norm and Max suggest Kiri's DNA holds secrets linking Iwa and Grace's past. Kiri begins to wonder if she is more than Na'vi, or even more than Iwa's child.
The humans construct an enormous floating fortress on the ocean, draining resources. They begin capturing sea creatures, extracting enzymes for immortality. Drilling platforms poison coral, causing fish and Tulkun migrations to collapse. A rogue scientist, Dr. Soren, questions whether humanity is repeating old mistakes. But the military silences dissent, focusing on conquest. Pandora's oceans tremble under machines never seen before. Jake insists they must fight strategically, avoid direct losses. Neytiri demands vengeance, burning with hatred for humanity's return. Lo'ak pushes for bold attacks, reckless but passionate. Kiri pleads for peace, saying Iwa has a larger plan. Nedium's death still divides them, his absence heavy in every choice. Family bonds strain under the weight of grief and looming war. Kiri, diving alone, follows a vision deep beneath glowing trenches. She encounters a massive ancient being, a Leviathan-like spirit of the ocean. It tells her that balance is failing and that humans are not the only danger. The sea itself is rising, and Iwa's wrath stirs in storms. Kiri faints but awakens with newfound power to heal marine life. Her destiny begins to unfold. Payakan returns, warning Lo'ak of increased Tulkun hunting. Other Tulkun grow restless, some considering direct attacks on humans. The Mekiina fear that Tulkun might turn violent against all beings. Lo'ak vows to defend Payakan no matter what happens. This bond becomes central to the war to come. A prophecy emerges. One Tulkun and one Na'vi will unite the seas.
Colonel Quaritch, reborn as a recombinant, wrestles with fragments of memory. Though ruthless, he feels echoes of his human son, Spider. Spider still lives among the Na'vi, but struggles with divided loyalty. Quaritch begins questioning his purpose. Is he soldier or father? His arc turns more complex as he doubts the humans' destruction. For the first time, he hesitates before carrying out orders. Jake sends messengers to distant sea clans, calling for unity. Dozens of tribes arrive, each with unique adaptations, gliders, divers, and storm riders. The gathering is tense, old rivalry surfacing. Neytiri's speech unites them. Without the sea, we are nothing. A sacred ritual binds their cause together. They prepare for a war unlike any before. Lo'ak and Syria sneak into human ships on a sabotage mission. They witness horrifying labs where Tulkun brains are harvested alive. Dr. Soren secretly helps them escape, giving them stolen maps. Low AK sees cages of animals genetically engineered for war. The humans plan to unleash these creatures against the Na'vi. The war escalates beyond imagination. Neytiri meditates underwater and connects directly to Iwa's ocean network. She commands coral to grow rapidly, shielding villages from harm. Marine life flocks to her presence, sensing Iwa's touch. But each use drains her, leaving her faint and fragile. The Metkayina whisper she may be Pandora's true spiritual leader. Even Jake begins to believe in her destiny. The humans launch their first assault. Massive carriers and submarines attack. Clans fight fiercely, using sea beasts and aerial strikes. The fortress burns the ocean surface with napalm-like fuel. Iwa responds with violent storms, lightning crashing into ships. Jake leads the charge, but nearly drowns, saving his children. The line between war and extinction blurs. Quaritch captures Spider again, but hesitates to harm him. He confronts his own humanity, questioning who he has become. Spider tries to convince him to turn against the humans. Quaritch's soldiers begin doubting their leader's hesitation. He lets Spider go, a silent act of rebellion. For the first time, his loyalty wavers. One Sea clan betrays the alliance, siding with humans for technology. Their warriors guide humans in his sacred hunting grounds. Jake is furious, but sees how desperation divides people. The betrayal leads to thousands of Tulkun deaths. Low AK nearly loses Payakan in a harpoon strike. The Na'vi realize the cost of disunity. Neytiri reveals a vision. Pandora will drown if the balance is broken. She begs Jake to trust her leadership, not just his warrior instincts. The ocean spirit warns that victory requires sacrifice. Neytiri resists, unwilling to lose another child. Neytiri insists her destiny is to lead, not hide. The Sully family stand at a crossroads. Payakan calls the surviving Tulkun together in the deep sea. Thousands answer, surrounding the human fortress. Low AK rides Payakan at the head of the charge. The Tulkun unleash devastating power, capsizing ships and crushing submarines. The Na'vi fight beside them, warriors of the sea and sky united. Human forces crumble under the fury of nature. Jake duels the human general in a burning ship. Neytiri slaughters hunters, avenging fallen Tulkun. Neytiri channels Iwa to summon whirlpools and waves. Quaritch finally turns, fighting against his own soldiers. The human fortress collapses into the abyss. Pandora's oceans glow with victory, but at terrible cost. Many Tulkun are dead, reefs destroyed, and clans mourn deeply. The humans retreat, but not fully. They will regroup. Quaritch vanishes into the ocean, his fate uncertain. Spider stays with the Na'vi, torn but hopeful. Jake admits he must let his children lead the future. Neytiri honors their fallen with sacred rites. Neytiri stands on a cliff above the ocean, glowing under Iwa's light. She hears the voices of the ancestors welcoming her. The sea calms, life slowly returning, balance fragile but possible. Jake narrates, "This is not the end. The sea teaches us. Everything flows, everything returns." The final shot shows human ships still orbiting Pandora, waiting. The story ends with hope and the promise of more battles to come.